case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In a compelling legal dispute centered on a bank's obligations, the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit in 1975 heard the case, Courtaulds, North America, Inc. vs. North Carolina National Bank. The overarching principle in question was whether a bank should bear responsibility for payment in a transaction where presented documents do not precisely mirror the terms outlined in a letter of credit. The disagreement originated from a business transaction where a company procured acrylic yarn, utilizing a letter of credit from a bank. The bank, however, balked at the payment, arguing that the company's invoices did not adhere strictly to the stipulations in the letter. In desperation, the company turned to the courts, seeking recovery of the disputed amount. Upon a scrupulous examination of the facts, the lower court sided with the bank, declining to place liability for payment on the financial institution. Central to the court's rationale was the discrepancy in the description of goods. The invoices had categorized them as imported acrylic yarn rather than 100% acrylic yarn, a distinction explicitly stated in the credit letter. This deviation, according to the bench, effectively absolved the bank of any obligation to honor the draft, highlighting the necessity of exactitude over approximation in credit transactions. The Court of Appeal upheld the earlier decision, removing liability from the bank. The fundamental role of a bank, as deduced from this case, is strictly to examine documents as opposed to merchandise in transactions. This negates the incidence of the bank's involvement in buyer-seller disputes. Hence, payment from the issuer to the beneficiary becomes contingent upon strict compliance with the tenets of the credit. The multi-layered case was subsequently remanded for final judgment, firmly establishing the court's unwavering stance on the stringent requirement of adherence to exact documentations within credit terms. The case was subsequently remanded for final judgment, firmly establishing the court's unwavering stance on the stringent requirement of adherence to exact documentations within credit terms.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.